And our starting pitcher here today, Whitey Ford. What do we need to know here?
Boog, over 200 career wins. That's a lot by today's standards. Tells you about the longevity of his career, his ability to work deep into games, even when he doesn't have his best stuff.
Just about ready to roll. Heriberto Hernandez now at the plate. And the home opener is underway. Outside corner, there's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one almost got him.
Ball, that pitch is up.
Two now. On the ground. One out in the top of the first. And time now for the Marlins lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Ford, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot,
nope,
that
inside,
is pretty
ball
valuable. Here in the Bronx, just getting settled into this one. That
ball
one misses. And now 3-0.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
So up next, Jeff Conine. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. Sheffield stands at first with one out. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2.
Nope. That's
How
inside.
much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch, execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Makes the grab.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, Jacob Murphy.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And that is that. And now Now the Yankees will see back at Yankee Stadium. And getting the start for Miami, Yuri Perez. Chris, how about a scouting report?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. We'll also go to slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your
Tony Gwynn stepping in now for the Yankees. Gwynn patrolling center field, hitting leadoff in today's game, and his on-base percentage this season is over 400.
Ball, that's out. That's
He's
a ball.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. The last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Hauls it in, one away. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Right field, that's back there, that one way back, and it's gone. He'll touch them all. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? A really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
One down. And next for New York, Babe Ruth. Ruth with a homer in his last game. Left field. And a superb diving catch. What a play.
Really nice job of tracking that one down. I noticed some initial hesitation, ball off the bat. Didn't look like he got a great read, but he made up for it by closing on it quickly, laid out, and hauled it in.
First pitch way inside, a fastball. Two down, bases empty, but one run across here in game one of this three-game set.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
He swings and fouls one off. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Marcy has a beat on it. And that is that. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here in New York, and now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. Right through there for a strike. And the 0-1. High fly ball out into left center field. He's got it. And there's one away. Base knock center field. And the tying run is on base.
Batting seven, the third baseman,
Connor Norton getting ready to hit. On the corner for a strike. 0-1. Man at first, one away. Step off throw to first.
No, he's safe.
And he's back in there. The 0-2. Ball. Runner on the go. In there for strike three. Safe at second, and that was not close. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move.
Nope, that's
There's
ball.
the ball.
No, no, no.
Safe.
Safe.
Posada too late with the throw. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the back, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Got a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal third base.
That's in there. That's strike two. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here at the top of the second. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Marlins lead 1. They're down 1-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom half of inning number 2. Mickey Mantle stepping in now for the Yankees.
When you get ahead in the
Outside.
count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Fouled off. He was late. Just off the inside edge. Sliced hard but foul. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. That one ripped right center field. Out of here. That's worth the price of admission. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. And that drops in for a strike. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight.
Oh, that got him.
Take your base.
That is the catcher.
So a man at first. And now the veteran catcher, Jorge Posada. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, 2 now.
That's the ball.
Ryan Gusto is forced to the mound after the injury.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches. From right here, got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swinging a ground ball.
That ball foul.
And foul ball. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And that one gets past the catcher. Williams into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And that one goes straight to the backstop. Williams up to third on the wild pitch.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With 1 out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Williams stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Oh, and this one gets away. No advance, though. And that is downstairs. Ball 3. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
At the plate, Derek Jeter. And the dirt kicks away from the catcher. Runner stays put at third. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Struck him out swinging. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Solo homer extends the Yankees lead. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. New inning getting started. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez.
No, inside.
In the air to left center. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Marlins, the catcher, number 13, Heriberto Hernandez.
Foul ball there.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss as he was late. And that one ripped to left. Out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Sheffield stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Ball 3.
Missed. This one popped up. Morgan should have this one. And that'll do it. Miami down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers.
Ball.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. The 1-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time to get him, one away in the strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Ball 1. Hey.
Check swing, went around. That is strike 2.
These hitters look to be pressing at the plate a bit. They're swinging at pitches that are clearly balls, just trying to make something happen. The best approach is that relaxed approch.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. Receiving more fat balls in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Ruth, the next to hit, takes ball 1. There's a swing and a miss.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Strike 2.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
2 down, nobody on. Just misses with that one. Lou Gehrig waiting to hit for the Yankees. And a payoff pitch. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Down in order go the Yankees. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Jeff Conine.
Ball 1. Ball 2.
That one's in there. That's strike 1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And he pumps in a strike.
That's
3-2
ball
now.
3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Fly ball down the line. But it slices just foul.
Well, pitcher's probably thinking he's a little late on that pitch, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed him up, not give him something off speed that he can handle.
And there's one down.
Up next for the Marlins, the 17th is Monster.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Yeah, that's fouled off. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Stowers batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Two down, nobody on. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Stays alive. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. This one in the air, center field. Jeter moving under this one. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back for more from the Bronx. And stepping in for the Yankees, Lou Gehrig. Right through there for a strike. The next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. knocked off the plate that time. Ripped to the right center. Base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, number 7, Mickey Mantle.
Fought off foul.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. And if he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
1-1 now. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Way inside. Gets away. And now a man into scoring position.
Heads up base running right there.
And it's second. That's a little high. And now it's 3-2. And ball four.
That bitch blow.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Next to hit, Bernie Williams. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. The Yankees trying to break this one open. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
6 straight outside the strike zone.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Garrett, the lead runner at second. Mantle at first with no outs. Next over, he finds the zone, and the count is full.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
Ball, that's too high.
Two on, 1 out. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. In the air, right field, Sheffield. Under it, he makes the grab.
Up next for the Yankees,
Greg Nettles stepping in now for the Yankees. Struck out looking in his first at bat.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ballgame.
2 on, 2 outs.
Nope. What do you got?
Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And yes, he offered at it.
Ball 2.
In the dirt, blocked. Two now. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Marcy drifts towards it, and that is the inning. So they strand a pair. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Yankees 2 and the Marlins nothing. Back in New York, and now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards. Fouled off down the right side.
You know, these Marlins, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Ball, that's inside.
Out to short, Jeter. Tosses to first. One away here in the 5th.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
In there at the knees.
I mean, they're getting hittable pitches. That's why they're called strikes. But going back to the dugout, knowing you could have done something with what you got is frustrating for hitters.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Christopher Morel digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Step off, throw to first.
And
he dives back in safely. The 0-2. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1. First and second, 1 out. Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins.
Ball,
well, he's
that's
just
outside.
given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And a count 1-2.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and get out of this little jam.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
You know, varying speeds can be just just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Brings it in for the third out. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Calvin Fauché.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning. No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Jeter tracking that one as it misses the zone for a ball. And he takes a strike. This one in the air, center field. Marcy under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, Tony.
So digging in, Tony Gwynn. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. And first offering is fouled off. That one fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 0-2. Fouled off. And they'll do it again.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two now. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
Still just the skip batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Kona under this one. And there's 2 away. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And the sweeper is off the plate. That one way inside. Here's a swing and a little roller up along first, but it kicks foul. 2 down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Sets him down looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Well, Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Now, here is Jeff Conine. And that one fouled off.
Inside, ball one.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Right side, hard hit. Morgan on to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
Hey!
The Yanks leading by a run, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's the 0-2.
Ball.
Movement in the Yankees pen. David Bednar appears to be getting loose. Britton getting loose as well. And that one in the air center field. Gwynn under it. And there's two down. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Out to center. Gwynn settles under it, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Yankees 2 and the Marlins 1. Back down for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kate Gibson.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Ball, that pitch is out.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, man. It's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one carrying. Gone. A solo shot. His 4th home run of the season. And they add on. It's 3-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Blue. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the lock, and gets the home run.
Ball, that's in.
I'm not saying they do, but with the way they're squaring up the ball right now, it's almost like they know what's coming. They seem very confident at the plate.
The 1-0. And a foul ball.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly what the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
And foul ball. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one is in the dirt. And the count is 2-2. Next pitch is outside. And that's ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Up next for the
And
Yankees.
stepping in for the Yankees, Mickey Mantle. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Outside, ball 1. Garrett gets his lead at first with nobody out. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, Williams.
Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Marcy under it. Brings it in.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher.
So up next, Jorge Posada. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball there. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone! Jorge Posada powers one out of here. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Brew. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dip. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly over with the fresh shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Cade Gibson departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Max Meyer.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. In for a strike, and the count 1-1. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Struck him out looking. Strike three called and a slider at the knees. But 2 round trippers. Top of inning number 7. And now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, number 1, Connor Norby.
Ball 1.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
The Yankees leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7.
Inside ball.
That's smacked on a line to center. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Morel stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that is that. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Yankees 5 and the Marlins 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The 1-1. And it's fouled away. That one missing inside. And it remains 2-2. That's to third. Over to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Next for the Yankees, the center fielder, Tony Gwynn.
That misses the zone.
Inside.
Ball 1. And another ball.
That's off the plate. Ball 2.
Close,
that's ball
but
3.
called a ball. Ball 3. And a 4-pitch
nope.
walk.
Ball
He
4.
did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Here's the second baseman, Joe Morgan. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, Boog, not exactly making him earn it right now with the walk and now a wild pitch. He's going to need to find a way to refocus out there and get back in the strike zone before this unravels on him.
One out and a runner at second. Here, the bottom of the seventh. Can't
That's
find
a ball.
it here. That's 6 straight ball. Nice grab. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter,
That's out.
Runner at second, 2 down. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Man on second, 2 down.
That's ball 2.
This one in the air, center field. Marcy on the move. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for the Yankees. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Ready to begin the 8th. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Ford still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one. And at this point, he wants
Well,
to finish
that's off
what he
the plate.
started.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Ground ball right side, Morgan. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Up next for the Marlins, the catcher, number 13, Heriberto Hernandez.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Whitey Ford out of the game, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break. Bednar takes over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Cade Smith, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Britton also getting ready. This one popped up. Williams on the move towards the line. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's two away. Gary Sheffield, the next up for the Marlins. Outfield playing straight up now. Curve in the dirt.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's off the inside corner. Ball 3. Hard ground ball, base now. And that keeps the inning going.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. Strike 1.
Outside, that's a ball.
Sheffield off of first with 2 away. Fouled off left side. One and 2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Throw in hopes the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Up next to the Marlins.
Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jacob Marcy. 0 for 3 in this one. Jackknifes out of the way. Out towards right center field. And that's the 3rd out. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Lou Gehrig.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
A little out front there as he swings through it. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Definitely found the perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Hey!
And the 0-1. Oh, right to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that drops in for a strike. And that's just foul. Runner at second, nobody out. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 2-2. And they'll do it again. Man at second. That one to first. And foul ball. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now it's going to be Bernie Williams. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Nope, outside.
Now there's a bullet down the line. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. The throw into second. And he's in there as a run scores on the play.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman.
And here is Greg Nettles. Williams at second with 2 down. And that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. It's 7-1.
Well done, drives in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
That one found hard the other way. One down. Line, and that's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Line drive knocks it down. Here comes the skipper. New pitcher for the Marlins, Jansen Junk.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 on, 2 outs. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-2 now.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. We go to the ninth. Now here's the Marlins DH, Kyle Stowers.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 53, Zach Britton.
And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep their remaining challenge. This one in the air, center field. Gwynn settles under this one. One up, one down.
The batter, second base,
One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Ripped to short. In time to Gehrig. And the Marlins with just one out left. Connor Norby will hit next. 1 for 3.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now there's a bullet down the line, and it goes just foul. Fall off foul. The Marlins down to their final strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Morgan in position. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take the series opener here at home. And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.